Here we go again. Another episode
Sir.
of
Football with the fellas.
It's All About Big Blue. I'm
Yes,
your man
sir.
Bezo, and over here is
Play from Brooklyn.
yeah. Here we go for another one of these, another ride on the Big Blue train.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
Man, that game against the Steelers. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Monday night game too.
Yes. And of course, we found a way to lose. I mean,
Yeah, you said it. You said it from the beginning. You did say that.
good teams find ways to win these games. We find ways to lose them.
It was ridiculous. At the beginning of the game, I thought we were going to get run out of the park.
Yes. The first drive, they were just shoving it down our throats. Just, what was it, like 9 yards a carry or something ridiculous.
I couldn't believe that.
That was crazy.
I was like, where's Dexter? They were double and triple teaming.
They were double and triple teaming. They're like, Dexter, it's not going to be you. Somebody else is going to have to make this tackle. It's not going to be you.
And it was mostly what our safeties, the safeties and the cornerbacks were like making the first hit.
It was way too far downfield before their running backs were getting touched. That was crazy.
Man. That was.
But listen, we stiffened up in the red zone for the first few times, and it was, trading field goals back and forth. And somehow we moved the ball to get into field goal range. It was a surprise how close it was for a while.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned like how we were moving the ball. Now, if you can just give me a moment of this one, I got another one of these little things I want to show.
Okay.
So we can talk about this because all I could think of was when I was watching it was Mezo, make this make some sense. Let's go to this right now because I just couldn't. It just took me out.
What you got?
It took me totally.
Okay.
See that right there?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones in the gun.
Yes.
Right? Malik Neighbors on the top.
Right.
We got Darius Slayton, on the bottom here, right?
Right.
They got how many? 10 guys in the box. 10 guys who are not more than 7 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Right.
One safety, one deep safety.
Right.
Now, what would we say if we were back in Bayview, when Bayview Express, what would we do? We tapping our helmets, yelling, got him.
Rack. Take it to the rack.
It's man to man. Daniel Jones
the safety can't double both of them.
No. So right, one of these guys has got to be open, right? Okay.
He's got to at least have one-on-one.
Right here, what does Malik Neighbors do? Malik Neighbors has a step on this guy already. A step. And Daniel Jones is looking at him right now. He's looking at him.
Right.
He's got the safety already going that way.
Right.
And look at here. Look at Darius Slayton. He's running
this
with
is the pass he completed to Slayton, ain't it?
Yeah, it sure is. And look at this. He's too late. Slayton has this guy by a step and a half right here. Right. And Daniel Jones is going to throw it to him. We know that. He's got it. Slayton's catching the ball right here.
Right.
And he had to slow down for this one, too.
He had to slow down and reach back for it.
He caught it and fell on about the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I'm thinking, and we say this all the time, why don't they do this all the time? Why?
Well, not only why don't they do it all the time, but why wasn't that ball thrown to the 5-yard line where he could have kept his stride,
right,
opening up on that cornerback and caught it and just trotted it into the end zone? Like if you hit him in stride, that's a touchdown.
You heard who was it? Troy Aikman.
Yes.
He actually said that too. Said the same thing. He said a lot of things that we've been talking about, and I'm like, thank God somebody
knows what he's talking about.
If you put some air under the ball and let Slayton run under it, Slayton's in the end zone.
And did we wind up scoring a touchdown on that drive? We did not.
No,
we did not.
No. We got to score the big ones or the big play, or we're not scoring. Right.
Now, again, this was a 43-yard game, which I'm thrilled that we had a 43-yard game.
Totally thrilled.
But it should have been a 65-yard touchdown pass, or whatever, however far he was from the end zone.
But again, let me go back here. This is not the first time they had this defensive scheme. It's not the first time they ran it during the game.
No, that was it most of the time.
Right.
It would have been a 59-yard touchdown if he had thrown that ball out a little further.
That means I would have been like, I would have faked it just like, and I would have thrown it to Malik because both of them had a step on their defender.
At the very least, you give them the chance to make a play. Now, in fairness, he did throw deep to Neighbors a couple of times.
Yes, he did.
Joey Porter Jr. got away with pass interference that they didn't call on one of them.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Daniel Jones just blatantly overthrew him on another one. So he did take the shots. You know, like we always complain, he doesn't even try to throw down.
Right.
He takes some shots.
So remember, Mr. Optimism. This is my optimistic play right here. I had to bring this one up. Daniel looked great on that throw.
Absolutely. And he, like you said, he used his eyes to look off the safety. He got the safety to cheat over to Neighbors' side, and then he hit the post. All of that was good, except he needed another 10 yards on that throw, which I don't know if he has.
Again,
maybe he don't have 10 more yards on that throw.
I will say this though, as he threw it, he got hit.
Okay. I'm not saying he should have waited longer to throw it.
He wasted longer.
I'm saying he should have thrown it higher and farther.
Right.
Now, maybe he doesn't have a higher and farther.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
That might have been his higher and farther. So if that's all he got, then that's what we get.
And just for all our viewers today, this is just a preview. This is a snippet of what you might see from this new segment we're going to have coming up. It's called Clay's Big Blueprint. You got to check this out. Clay from Brooklyn, I'm telling you right now, when he does this, his analysis.
Well, we're going to be doing a lot of it together, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. The blueprint's going to be something that people are going to talk about.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be a good thing.
So I had to
So that's that was a highlight. That was, it could have been an even bigger highlight, but that was a highlight. That was one of the few good plays we had that game.
It sure was.
And if they had called the roughing the kicker on the punt that should have been called, then that touchdown comes off the board too, and it's a different game. So who knows?
Totally
but
different.
Again, we find ways to lose those games.
We do. You know what? It's funny. I'm going back to Daniel again, and I was comparing him to Russell Wilson.
Okay.
And I was watching a few things. It's like, and we mentioned this in the last episode, that Daniel's pocket presence.
His what?
Daniel's
his lack of pocket presence. Is that what you meant to say?
I said, exactly. Daniel seems he doesn't trust the offensive line. He doesn't trust. He doesn't trust what he sees. Even Aikman mentioned that he doesn't see that he has to see the guy's wide open before he throws the ball,
which is too late.
Which is way too late. And and like I seen Russell Wilson, when there's a pocket, Russell seems to find that out, and Daniel seems to like not be able to find it. And I didn't realize how slow he is in getting out of the pocket.
Right.
He takes
they talk about his
step out.
Long speed,
right?
But he doesn't get to use the long speed because he doesn't have the short area quickness,
right,
to get out of the pressure.
That's it right there. He does not. That's the big difference between him and a lot of other quarterbacks in the league. But definitely Russell Wilson showed that. Because I was because there was a guy next to Russell Wilson a couple of times. I remember Dexter was about to grab him, and he stepped away from Dexter and slipped out a little hole and found a little short pass. Daniel, on the other hand, that happens to him. Someone touches it, he stops, and he just curls up.
Or turns and runs right into the arms of somebody else.
Like, Daniel, come on, man. Come on.
He seems to have gotten worse at that, to be honest. I feel like he was better at that in 2022 and maybe even 2021 than he is now. But whatever. It is what it is. He just doesn't have that skill set. You know who does? Cam Ward. You know who else does? Michael Penix. Just saying.
There should be big blue quarterbacks.
I mean, listen, I love me some Malik Neighbors. Don't get me wrong. So we obviously couldn't have had Malik Neighbors if we took Michael Penix, but we needed to take Michael Penix. And now we surely need to take Cam Ward. And as we said before, the Giants can't get anything right. How many wins do we have? 2 wins.
Two wins altogether.
There's no team with 0 wins. That's not a thing. Everybody in the NFL has at least 1 win.
Right.
So you would think the worst team in the league has 1 win and we have 2 wins. So we probably have the second pick, right? Okay, well, there's actually 2 teams with 1 win. So we probably have the third pick, right?
Right.
We have the 9th pick.
How?
Because there's so many teams with either 1 or 2 wins, and our strength of schedule is the hardest of all those 2-win teams. So there's 9 teams with 1 or 2 wins, and we would be ninth. We would be the last one to get a pick because of our strength of schedule. And we get ready to play Washington, which is going to hurt the strength of schedule even more. So anyway, we can't even get bad right. If you're going to have the second worst record in the league, and 2 wins is the second worst record in the league, you think you have second or third or fourth pick. We got the ninth.
We're not even the top.
The draft was today. We could pick in ninth. Very frustrating. Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to share that. Moving on to week 9. We're on to week 9. As Bill Belichick would say, on to week 9. And week 9 is against Washington, who we used to beat regularly. Right? For most of Daniel Jones's career, we've had their number.
No.
I think the phone number has changed. I don't think we have their number anymore. I think they got a new cell.
we call collect and they still don't pay for it.
They're not accepting the charges. They're not happy.
That's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. But this game, again, the receivers were getting open. I think they were getting open a few times. I've seen that. It was a couple of drops, which
is getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
but also a couple of passes that aren't placed where they need to be, so we can't get any yak. Right, every now and then he'll hit somebody and they have to dive for it or fall down to get it. And I'm like, can you ever hit somebody in stride? I mean, is that a thing?
No, and that play that he runs, and I always talk about this one too. The one he runs to Wandell, that little swing. And Wandell's just waiting and waiting and waiting. And once he catches, he looks, he's got a Juka guy while he's catching the ball.
Right.
And then 3 other guys.
And then the second guy's coming up.
Right.
And he's still not at the line at the first down marker. So he's got to break that tackle or dive out of bounds past the sticks. First of all, would it kill them to let him run past the sticks before they throw to him? Like, if he's able to get open, why is he only able to get open before the sticks?
Right.
If he's shifty enough as a route runner to juke somebody and then get some separation, why not let him separate past the first down marker and then throw him the ball?
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm trying to tell you. Make it make
sense.
Sense.
We're on to Washington. Washington is coming to MetLife. It's a home game for us. And they're coming in with the same record as us, a 6 and a 2.
Just the other way around. Though,
Just the other way around. Yeah. They got the 6 in the W column, and we got the 6 in the L column. But we're both 6 and 2.
and Daniels might be hurt, right? Isn't Daniels hurt? Is he?
So Jaden Daniels is injured, but he's not fully healthy. But they said that last week, and he played. And I'm guessing he'll play this week. Although they might be saying, "Well, we can beat the Giants with Sonny Jurgensen can be the quarterback."
right now.
Right now. And we can, Billy Gilbert might be able to play.
Oh, no, not Billy.
So they might be resting him against us because they know they're going to beat us. But my guess is that if he was healthy enough to play last week, he'll probably play this week against us. Although they do have quite a few injuries. 2 people didn't practice. Cornelius Lucas, their tackle, and Frankie Louvu, one of their inside linebackers, hadn't practiced this week. And limited practice was Tyler Biadasz, or however you say his name, the center who used to be on Dallas and is now their center. Brandon Coleman, another offensive lineman. Brian Robinson, one of their running back. And Cleveland Ferrell, who's a defensive end that, I don't think he's that good anyway, but is also injured. So they have a fair number of people that are injured.
No, but none of the receivers, though, because
No. And this is the get right game for them, I'm sure.
It is.
I mean, Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry always beats us up. Like,
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So, I'm sure there'll be more of that.
Yeah, it's usually like 14-0, and it's still the first quarter, and we're going, oh God. Then it's 14-3. Well, we'll have a drive stall, and then it just kind of keeps going like this.
It's not. They give you some more statistics. The Commanders are 10th in the league in points allowed. They give up 21 points a game. They're 3rd in the league in points scored. They're scoring 29 points a game, right? So they're top 10 in both, but top 3 in offense. We are 14th in points allowed. We're giving up 22 points a game. We're 31st, next to last, in points scored with 14 points a game. So just looking at, obviously not every game's going to play according to that, statistic, but looking at those statistics, it does not bode. That's why they're 6-2 and we're 2-6. Right? They're doing a lot of scoring and not giving up a lot of points. We're not doing very much scoring and not giving up that many points, but not scoring at all. 14 points a game. That's not good for a starting NBA player. Like that's
true.
It's definitely not good for an NFL team.
Yeah.
If your shooting guard is averaging 14, you need a new shooting guard.
Right. He's shooting but not making them. That's what it is.
Exactly. So I don't know. It's not exciting prospects this week. Oh, before I forget, I did a little shopping this week. So I bought myself a little something.
Shopping? Oh no. Yes.
Got my New York Giants Nikes.
Oh man.
No, they just arrived today.
Oh man, you gotta love that.
Yes, I don't know if you can see the word Giants right there.
You're right with your fingers, yeah.
Yeah, and the NY. So I'm excited. I'll be wearing this starting tomorrow. When I go out for my runs. I try to run at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I'll be repping the Giants on my feet. You see, I already rep the Giants most days anyway, but now I get the sneakers as well.
Those are cool. Put them up again real quick. Put them up.
Yeah, this is.
Oh man. Oh man. It's all about Big Blue. See, look, we got the gear here. We got the gear.
All about Big Blue. We ain't playing.
He ain't playing no games. No games. Wow, I like those. Thank you. I might have to get a pair. I'm telling you.
They're nice. I didn't even know they had them. And then the guy at my job had the Jets ones. And I was like, the what? You got Jets Nikes? They must make Giants Nikes. He's like, yeah, they do. I was like, okay, I'm on it.
You'll have them on tomorrow, right? But would you wear them with your suit?
No. I'm not wearing the suit. But I will wear them in the morning before I go to work.
Okay.
For my run or my gym workout.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you something. I know that the Washington team, they've been again the 6-2. Well, Mr. Tracy, he ran pretty well against the Steelers. Can he duplicate that? Can he duplicate that with Washington?
Well, first of all, I'm not even sure he's going to play. Like he's still in the concussion protocol. Like they're saying he's progressing, but they haven't actually said he's going to play. He hasn't cleared the protocol yet. And again, is it really worth bringing him back this week? I don't know. Like obviously, if he's healthy, sure, but there's a fairly good chance we're not winning this game whether he plays or not.
Right.
If he needs another week to get right, I'd rather he get right and then be able to play, the rest of the season than to maybe, come back too soon and not quite be ready.
Yeah, but it's an NFC East game, and
I'm sure the doctors will do the right thing by him.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't. Yeah, I don't want him, just like Malik. We don't want him to play. I mean, we're fans. We want the guys to play, but we don't want them to play hurt. I mean,
not with concussions.
No,
that's not something you play with.
No,
not something you play with.
No, not at all. So yeah. So who's that? Wait a minute. Then does our new number 26? Is he going to play?
Oh yeah, and frankly,
he's not bad.
He's not a bad option. I mean, he was playing pretty well before he got hurt. It just seems like, Tracy has been playing so well that we kind of got away from him. But Singletary's not a bad option to have.
He's not at all. It's just those guys in front of him. They've got to open up the holes.
They can open some holes. And even Eric Gray has had a couple of plays.
Yeah, he's played well.
Where he caught 2 screen passes in a row, and then they claim he fumbled in the end zone, but I think he actually scored that touchdown. But whatever.
Did too. Yeah.
So we have a couple of running backs that I'm not afraid to hand the ball to.
We will honestly, we will do well, probably 4 or 5 plays in the drive, and then something. If we get one more holding penalty or one more offsides,
right? There's always something. There's a false start. There's a hold. Illegal formation.
Right.
The touchdown that we lost because they claimed that Malik wasn't set. He was in motion. You don't have to be set.
Right.
When you're in motion. That to me, that was a terrible call.
Aikman was talking about that too. He went through the commercial break. He was talking about it.
Right.
He came back talking about it. I was like, how many times you see that play happen and they never call it? I mean, never call it. And there's guys who are not standing still. I mean,
CeeDee Lamb is always guilty of that. In fact, CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion, he turns upfield before the snap. So he's actually moving forward before the snap, and they let him get away with that all the time.
Right.
So, like, I'm really annoyed that they called that on us. Now, of course, at the time they threw the flag, they didn't know we were getting ready to score a touchdown, right? Like,
right.
I'm not saying that they cheated and said, oh, we got a touchdown, we better throw a flag. No, but of course, that's the play they called it on. And of course, we scored a touchdown play. Chris Manhertz, who hadn't seen a target all year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you know he's annoyed. He's like, it's the first time they threw to me all year, and I got a touchdown. You took that away for that nonsense?
Because he said he wasn't standing still. You don't have to stand still. It's like
he wasn't set for a full second. He was in motion.
I didn't get that one, but that was tough. But tough. But hopefully I'm hoping we can get the running game going. I mean, it is an NFC, it's one of our NFC competitors. So I mean, we usually
we're going to have to run the ball some, because Daniel Jones can't just throw the ball 50 times a game. He's just not that guy.
He won't make it. He won't make it through. They will beat him into the ground.
Their rookie defensive tackle, Johnny Newton, has been playing the last couple of games and looks good. He's one of the guys that I was saying, if we had traded down and got the 2 first-round picks that Minnesota had, he's one of the guys I would have considered taking him, or Byron Murphy, the Seattle's defensive tackle, who they drafted in the first round also. Those are 2 I was looking at. So I know that Jonathan Allen's out for the year. He's got injured, but they still have a good pair of defensive tackles.
It's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
If you ask me about scores,
if you want to give one, fine, but I'm not going to predict the Giants can win this game. I'm not going to do it. Can we win? Of course we can win. Any game can, especially when a team's looking past you, and Washington might be looking past us. But do I expect us to win? No.
I need to look at the weather on that one. I want rain or snow.
It's maybe. Also at home, where we never win. It's not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to have a home field advantage. We're playing at home where we have not won all year.
Any sun? Will it be sun in the game? Will it be a cloudy day?
Oh, no, it's supposed to be a nice day. It's supposed to be a nice day.
So there'll be no excuses for dropping passes or okay.
I can't say that, but because the sun, in the first half, the sun is brutal at MetLife. Again, the way they laid out the field, there's one direction you're going in where you're looking right back at the sun when you're trying to catch a pass. So the first half, if one of the quarters in the first half, we're going to be looking back into the sun. But you would think that we'd be better at that than the other team because it's our house, right? That we should do it like, oh yeah, this is when we have to look back in the sun.
Right.
And they know that. But no, that's not what's going to happen.
Where are the visors? The visors with the 10 visors, that could help.
And throw the ball on the other side of his body. That could help.
Well, we don't, but again, we run 5 yards square in. So I mean, so you can he can hit somebody.
Right. The ball's not in the air high enough for the sun to be a problem.
Right. It's really not.
So maybe that's a method to the madness.
We could beat these guys. I'm telling you.
We can. And especially if the pass rush comes alive, right? Azeez has been doing work. Ojulari's been doing work, right? He's got 6 sacks this year already, and he hasn't even been starting for the first few games. So
he looked like an all-pro in that game with the Steelers. He's
doing work,
man.
And so if we actually can turn a sack into a strip sack, and maybe one of those quarterback hits into a interception, a turnover or two that we take to the house because we can't trust our offense to punch it in. We take it to the house. Maybe we can score 10 or 14 points off of turnovers and keep the game interesting.
Maybe I should, when I do my predictions, maybe I should do it saying this is how many points I think the Giants will score. Maybe I should do it on that way. Maybe I can say okay,
yes.
I'll be really generous and say 17.
Okay.
I've been trying to get 17.
That shouldn't be, but is generous. You're right, because we're averaging 14. So. I figured the first drive we're gonna get a field goal,
and then we're gonna be looking up from that point on because I can see, the Commanders coming down and scoring one, and it'll be McLaurin again scoring it, and then then we'll go back, we'll punt because we're gonna be 3-and-out, and then they'll come back down, they'll kick a field goal, so they'll be 10-3, and then it starts.
Do it to yourself. Don't do yourself. Don't. The further you go, the worse it's going to sound.
It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Yeah, just say we're going to score 17 and we hope they score less.
Okay, I'll go with that. 17. 17 is my number.
If you think the Giants can score 17, hopefully that's enough to win.
Hopefully it's enough to win. But you know what?
Again, it's possible.
If they see what we saw the Steelers did, and it's a copycat league, everybody's putting everybody in the box, 10 guys in the box, and so hey,
right.
I can see
Malik really 8 in the box game. And 2 are playing man-to-man on the wide receivers, and then it's a single high safety. So yeah, if they go 8 in the box, we should be able to hit some deep passes.
And don't be afraid to throw it. I mean, especially the like Slayton is a big dude. Hit him.
And like Malik Neighbors, who was setting all these records his first few games with targets and receptions, it seems as though now we've just thrown him slants. Like,
right.
Let's go back to getting him some, again, he did throw 2 deep passes to him. They didn't connect, but he did throw 2 of them. But throw some intermediate passes. It doesn't have to be either 7 yards or 40 yards.
Right.
There's a whole lot of space in the middle.
Right. He can hit Theo. Theo can get one today.
I'm sorry, who? Is that what position does he play?
A tight end? Wasn't a tight end was like the position for the Giants.
Please.
It was the position, and now these guys, we don't know who they are anymore. What's the deal? Oh, Daniel. Oh, baby.
I don't know, and I don't know who Daniel Bellinger pissed off, but I think he had like 2 snaps last game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
not targets, snaps.
Snaps.
That's only 2 more than I had.
These guys, they gotta, we gotta do that. We got, like we always say, we got to control the line, right? On both sides. We gotta control it. And the way the defensive line looked in the Pittsburgh game, I'm not sure. The first series, I'm not sure about that. And the offensive line's been a little porous. So, and we're not, at least if you're gonna do this, like I watched some of the film, at least chip their receiver. I mean, their
edge rushers,
tackles.
Yeah. Now, in fairness, Pittsburgh has 2 great edge rushers.
Yes.
And so, we were chipping one of them with a tight end, and the other one we were hoping the running back. Now, if only we had a running back that was good at pass protection. Have we ever had one of those? Oh, yes, that's right. We had the best pass blocking running back in the National Football League. Brother named Saquon Barkley. And we didn't want to keep him. We didn't want to.
No. He had to go down I-95 and
had to go down I-95.
Stop in Philadelphia.
Because our running backs now, I mean, Devin Singletary is a good pass protector, but he's not playing that much. And Tyrone Tracy has not shown that he can do that yet.
Right.
Again, he's a rookie, so I'm not expecting him to pick up. Saquon was bad at pass protection as a rookie. He got better over time. But right now, Tracy is not helping Daniel Jones out with the pass protection consistently. Every now and then, he'll pick up a rusher up the A-gap, inside linebacker come up the A-gap, he'll pick him up. And he's not afraid to stick his head in there.
Right.
But he doesn't seem to be able to see or sense where he's needed and go out there and be helpful there very well.
Yeah, a couple of times I've seen him. He ran past the guy who ended up all over Daniel.
Right.
Wait a minute, what are you doing? That's the guy you got to pick up.
That's the guy. That's what. Remember that guy you ran right past? That's
if you take one step and the guy is like right in front of you and you're in the backfield, pick him up.
That's problem. Yeah, stop him. Stop him first, or it doesn't matter if you're open. Unless it's a screen pass, right? It doesn't matter if you're open. If that guy's already this far back in the backfield,
right? Because Daniel will be on his back looking up at the sky again. So, oh man, this is gonna. Oh man, okay. Washington playing at home. Daniel's probably going to play. He's definitely going to play.
Like I said, for many years, Daniel Jones had Washington's number. So maybe he comes in with some confidence and some swagger, like, oh, this is Washington. I got this. And maybe he does throw the ball down the field, and maybe he does run successfully a few times, maybe the Daniel Jones that has beat Washington so many times, maybe he comes back. But I can't say I'd put any money down on that.
He will. He will. You know, you're talking me into it. You're raising my optimism. Daniel, if he can just this running thing, this was funny. This one play, his play action pass is like when he play action pass, I can see that's okay. But when he does he's going down the line.
Yeah, the RPO where he fakes the handoff and then takes off.
Right.
He doesn't do that anymore.
He looks slow. It's all get up now.
Well, but he also doesn't, like, he used to do that 3 or 4 times a game, and he barely ever does it now. Now, part of that may be because he's coming back from injury. Maybe the coaches told him, please don't take those hits. Please don't do that. But I think there's another explanation. Last year, when he would fake the ball to number 26, everybody, no V, everybody would come collapsing down on Saquon, and then he would just trot around the corner by himself. The new 26 doesn't have that kind of respect around the league.
Right.
He faked the ball to Tracy or to Singletary, and there's still an edge rusher sitting outside saying, I believe you might be faking this, young man. And if you do, I got something for you. So maybe he's just not pulling it because the film says, yeah, they're not diving inside like they used to. They're not coming crashing down from the edges like they used to.
And it's going to be like that for the rest of the season. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse, especially with Andrew Thomas gone. But anyway, listen, let's end with optimism. Any team can beat any team on any given Sunday, right?
Yes, they can.
And we're due.
We are big time due. It could be a great upset because everyone's picking Washington. So
absolutely,
I see it. I see them. I see us. I'm gonna say it. And you're gonna laugh. I see us winning this game.
All right.
I see us winning this game. Daniel Jones feeling that he's got to have one really good game during the season.
Yeah, no, he has a good game a year. Yeah, he's got this.
This one has to be it then. I mean,
maybe this is it.
NFC foe.
He's also playing for his job. I mean, frankly, how many more games are we going to have him be the quarterback if we just keep losing every week? So he may be realizing that there's a little heat under him now.
I think it's funny you mentioned it because I think that they're going to wait until the Giants are mathematically out of it, and then they're going to sit him down.
I mean, maybe, but if I'm Daboll and I'm thinking about my employment, about my job, do I want to be 2-10 before I realize that maybe a change is needed? No. And maybe Joe Schoen says to Daboll, look, once we're 2-6 now, if we lose this game, we're 2-7. Okay, we have Carolina the week after that. So let's say we beat Carolina because everybody beats Carolina. So 3-7. But it could easily be like 3-8, 3-9. We might still be mathematically in it, but realistically out of it.
Right.
Don't you want to know if Drew Lock can play before next offseason?
Oh, I would have Drew Lock going through that playbook and
what's the point of waiting until next offseason to see if he can play? If we're 3-7, 3-8, we're done. So let's see what's worth keeping next year.
How about we ask those who are listening, when do you think the Giants are going to, should we say bench, replace?
All that.
Get that man out of here. Get Daniel Jones out of there. When do you think that's going to happen?
Put that in the comments.
Let us know what you think. When will Daniel Jones, I'll give him respect there for this week. I'll call him Daniel Dimes. I've been calling him Nichols.
You can call him Nichols. Danny Dimes.
I'll give him one more.
He hit the pine?
One more. So let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know when you think Daniel Jones will get some pine on his behind. All right?
Exactly.
Put this up.
I think it's going to be soon.
Is it going to be very soon? Oh, boy.
I think it's going to be soon.
All right, y'all.
All right.
I'm your man, Mazo, right here.
Play from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Play from Brooklyn football with the fellas.
It's all about Big Blue. We appreciate you watching us. Hey,
absolutely.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Share this broadcast with others. Let them know what's going on. Everyone's going to love Big Blue when they may not win, but it's all about Big Blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
We out.
Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out elmarquisproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.